Poco F1 seems to be a great game changer in the area of mid-range smartphones. In this review, let's take a look at the Poco F1 and I'll share my thoughts on it. To start with the physical overview, we have a 6.18-inch display up in the front. In the right, we have the volume buttons and the power on-off buttons. Towards the left, we have the SIM tray, and in the bottom, we have the Type-C port along with the speakers and the microphone on the either sides. And on the top, we have 3.5 mm headphone jack and the air blaster. In the rear side, we have the dual camera setup along with the fingerprint scanner. And not to forget, we have the front-facing camera alongside the air blaster for the face detection. Now let's take a look into the configuration overview. It has 6 or 8 gigs of RAM along with 64, 128 or 256 gigs of storage. It has a 6.18-inch display. It runs on Snapdragon 845 coupled with liquid cooling technology having Arduino 630 GPU. It has a massive 4000 mAh battery with USB Type-C to juice it up. It comes in two variants. The first one has a glass body with variety of colors and an armored edition with Kevlar back panel. Primary camera is 12 megapixel with f1.9 aperture lens having dual pixel autofocus, and the secondary camera is 5 megapixel with f2.0 aperture. It has a fingerprint scanner and dedicated IR blaster for face unlocking. The device supports MIUI 9.6 running on top of Android 8.1.0 Oreo. Xiaomi claims that it would soon get the MIUI 10 update on top of 8.1.0 and it will be followed by Android P. As I already said, the device is running on MIUI, but the major difference is that it has an app drawer in which the apps are categorized based on some factor and are neatly presented to the user. The app drawer is highly customizable, so if needed, the user can rearrange or hide a category as well. As seen here, the device has a navigation panel having soft touch buttons for navigation. If we want, we can enable the gestures too. Let me enable the gestures and demonstrate the usage to you. As you can see, once the gesture is enabled, we are provided with a full screen and we can navigate using the gestures. For instance, we can enter the multitasking panel by sliding up and holding it for a second. The next feature we are looking at is the notch. As already said, this device sports a top-notch design, but unlike other devices, the notch is slightly bigger in size. For the users who hate the notch design, they can disable the notch view and have a normal view. It is based on the user's likings. Now coming to the unlocking features, as said before, it has both fingerprint scanner and an IR face unlocking technology. First, to check the fingerprint scanner, it is highly responsive and opens the device in no time. Next, coming to the face unlock. The face unlock sensor is coupled with IR blaster and Xiaomi claims that the IR blaster works fine even in pitch dark conditions. During the testing, we found that the unlocking features were very responsive and unlocked the device in no time. To be honest, the app opening and the transitions were not smooth as expected. Now coming to the RAM management, have a close eye on this video. Let me tell my observations towards the end. The RAM management is good and the toggling between the apps were very fast and was highly responsive. Since the device comes with Snapdragon 845, it would not be complete if we don't look and compare the benchmark scores. It has a score which beats more than 90% of the available smartphones. We did not face any thermal throttling or frame drop during the testing and it performed well and way better than the other devices. Now let's take a look into the camera performance. It has a simple MIUI camera layout. The shutter speed is very fast and the camera seems to perform well. Here are some sample shots taken using Poco phone. No need to say, you can see that the camera performed well in all conditions and dual pixel autofocus system is clearly playing its role and makes a good performance. To conclude, the Poco F1 is a great value for money. It's very difficult to find a mid-range phone with Snapdragon 845 SoC. Well, not to forget, it performs well and to be honest, it marks the start of a revolution in the smartphone industry. This is Muglin from Tech Temptations signing off and see you guys in the next video.